Kelly McIntyre, and I'm here at Palmetto Olive Oil Company with Sandy Byrne. And we're going to talk a little bit about how they are doing business these days, and I'm going to let you take it from here.
Oh, thanks for doing this. Before all of the COVID hit, we actually would allow customers to come into the store, and it was a fun experience. We gave them a bowl of bread, we gave them a bowl of ice cream. The ice cream was to taste our balsamic vinegars, the bread was to taste the oils. We always had brownies baked, and so it was a lot of fun. So we're not able to do that right now because of COVID, but we have just modified things. So people can still taste. If they want, they could bring their own bread if they just prefer to dip their olive oil in bread.
So they can bring some in so
they
that
could
they
bring
can taste it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But the proper way to taste olive oil is to sip it. And so we're kind of getting back to that. And so we will go around and actually pour you samples for you to taste. You just can't do it yourself.
Okay.
So that way we're the only ones touching the foosties, and we are handing it to you. And so it just kind of keeps things safe for the next person that comes along.
Okay. That's
So,
a great
so
way
you
to
can
do
still
things.
taste. It's just a little different than it used to be.
And will you tell us about the different varieties and why they might want to sample a few different ones?
Right. Well, we've got almost 70 different varieties right now. So it's just, most people are just kind of amazed at how much flavor they have. You know, they just kind of expect it to be just a hint of flavor. But when they actually taste it, you know, it's like, wow, this is, especially the vinegars. They're always surprised by the vinegars.
Well, I've been surprised. They're amazing. They're amazing.
And it's a lot of fun to come in, and then we will fix different pairings. So we will mix, one of our favorites is chipotle and pineapple. If you like a little heat, to just kind of mix, you get a little sweet and a little heat together.
Is that the chipotle olive oil with the
pineapple balsamic vinegar? Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
And then like lemon and basil makes like a little light Greek dressing. You know, we've just got lots of different pairings that are just delicious. So it's fun. We kind of have something that everybody likes. Some people like spicy, some people like sweet. Some people like the combination, so we usually can come up with something really interesting. But my favorite thing are these oils right here. These are our pure olive oils that have not been infused with any flavor. Well, let me tell you about the difference between our olive oil and grocery store olive oil, and then that'll just kind of feed right into that. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay, so our grocery store olive oil is usually, well, first of all, it's a late harvest. Because you get your most health benefits and the most flavor from an early harvest. So we're harvesting the green olives. And if you think about an orange, if you try to squeeze a green orange, you get almost no juice out of it.
Right.
You try to squeeze an orange if it's pretty much about to go bad, or maybe it is bad and it's just liquid. It's just nothing. Well, commercial olive oil companies are looking for volume because they're more concerned with profit. And so they wait until the olives are just about bad, or maybe some of them have gone bad, and that's what they crush. And that way they get a larger quantity, they make more money. Well, the company that we buy from is more concerned about quality and the health benefits. So to get the most health benefits and the best quality, you have to crush the early harvest. So the green olives, you don't get as high of a yield, but that's when you get your high quality. So that's the first difference. So there's 3 different grades of olive oil. There is extra virgin olive oil, which I'm sure everybody buys or they think they're buying. And then there's virgin olive oil, which is a lesser quality. And then there is Levante oil. Now, Levante oil is not really meant for human consumption. It can hurt you. It's just such low quality oil.
Okay. And
it's got things that, you know, it's just a bad quality oil. But guess what you get in the grocery store? They actually take the Levante oil, and the first thing they do is they don't want to hurt you. So they go in and when they're in their attempt to try to get rid of anything that could hurt you, they're also taking out all of the things that are the health benefits from it. But then it still tastes terrible. So they deodorize it. And I have to be honest, I don't even want to know how they deodorize it. I haven't asked.
I find it frightening, honestly.
But if you taste grocery store olive oil, it usually has no taste at all. And it should taste like an olive.
Right.
And the only reason it has any health benefits at all is because in order to sell it as extra virgin olive oil, they have to put in 10% of extra virgin olive oil to be able, that's all they have to do to put extra virgin olive oil on the outside label. So there's a few, so the number of antioxidants in a grocery store olive oil is between 15 and 30 in a serving, because they put in that little 10%, because there wouldn't have been any in that Levante oil, that 90%. Ours, the number of phenols or antioxidants range anywhere from 200, this one is almost 700. in a serving. So if you're really eating olive oil to be healthy and you're looking for the health benefits, you're a little bit kidding yourself when you do grocery store olive oil. The higher the number of antioxidants or phenols, which we refer to as phenols, are a type of antioxidant. The higher the number of phenols, the more robust it is. So it's going to have a lot more flavor, and that's when we get into the mild, the medium, and the robust olive oils. And it also has a higher smoke point, so you can cook at higher temperatures with a higher phenol count. But even 200, you can cook pretty much as hot as you want to. So even with our mild olive oils. But you can imagine, that's why you'll see, if you watch the cooking channel very often, they'll say, don't cook with olive oil because it'll burn.
Right.
Well, the grocery store has 15 to 30 phenols in the serving, so it will burn.
So I've heard don't use it over 350 degrees. So we can actually use this higher than 350 degrees, which that's a big deal to me because I'm using your olive oil all the time.
Right. And when I saute, I'll saute it, or when I cook something, I might cook it like up to medium high. If I cook on high, I burn it anyway. I just burn it. I don't cook on high. So I'll cook up to medium high. I've never had it smoke. I've never had it.
Wow, that's so good to know. That's one thing that I did not know. I have been using this oil for over 10 years. So something that I just learned, and that makes me happy.
Oh, good.
I'll use it for a few more things. I've definitely been sauteing my chicken in it, which is wonderful. But the health benefits are what excite me, but the flavor is what keeps me coming back because it is so delicious.
It's all you have to do is run out when you're at the beach and have to run to the grocery store and pick up a bottle of grocery store olive oil and cook with it to realize
no kidding.
You just can't go back.
No.
It makes a huge difference.
I've actually done blind taste tests with people comparing your balsamic vinegars with others, hands down, every time. Every time they pick yours.
It's very interesting because people come in here to buy olive oil, mostly. And then once they start tasting the vinegar, sometimes they'll leave without any olive oil because they get so caught up in the vinegars, they had no idea that vinegar could taste that good. And it could taste that good. They think of a balsamic vinegar as being bitter and harsh, but they're really sweet and syrupy. So, there's a few people who that's what they're looking for. They're looking for that bitter taste. They like that. But most people, they love the little sweet, syrupy balsamic vinegar.
I love the variety because I don't ever get bored. And so there's, if I typically go for the traditional, but if I want to mix it up a little bit, then I just try another flavor.
Yeah.
And it's been really good. So do you care if we just take a little?
No, absolutely. Please
look at all of the variety over here. And these are all the olive oils.
Those are the flavor-infused olive oils. Our most popular is the Tuscan herb. It's kind of a garlic, sun-dried tomato, rosemary. Of course, we've got 4 different ones that have heat in them to different degrees. So we have from the very hot to the very mild. We've got some citrus flavored olive oils. Our butter flavor olive oil is great, especially if you have any dairy allergies. There's no dairy in it at all. So it's just 7 different plant extracts that make it taste like butter. And you can just saute that, and it's delicious. It's
I've
really
actually
good.
tried that, drizzled it on my toast.
Oh.
And I give it a
did you like it?
Yes.
Well, I do a whole cooking class using the butter olive oil, and I mix it with maple. And so we do baked salmon, and it's delicious. It's a company meal, and all you do is take a piece of salmon, drizzle a little bit of the maple balsamic, a little bit of the butter olive oil, throw a few capers on it. 20 minutes later, you can serve it to company. It's delicious.
I actually have the maple as well, so I'm gonna have to try that.
And in the fall, the butternut squash, we roast butternut squash in the maple and the butter, and then put that over a bed of arugula with some goat cheese and prosciutto torn up on it, and it's really good.
Oh my goodness, I'm excited about that.
It's one of our favorites.
I just harvested some butternut squash.
Oh, good.
Just in time to do this tip.
There's wild mushroom and sage. This is what we use to make our adult grilled cheese. So when we have parties here at the store for our customers, we make grilled cheese, and we just use ciabatta bread, Munster cheese, and instead of using butter on the bread, we brush it with a little bit of the wild mushroom and sage olive oil. It is delicious.
I've got that one too.
Yeah, there you go. See, you're getting all kinds of good ideas. We just did a special with our coconut white balsamic. This past weekend. The coconut balsamic is amazing. You're so used to eating all of the coconut water, drinking the coconut water that's in the store now. Some of that stuff to me is less than delicious. This is amazing. This is just like eating a liquid Mounds bar. It's so good. A lot of people use it to flavor their water. If you want to make like a healthier Waldorf salad, you can cut up your apples and raisins and stuff, and just use this instead of mayonnaise. Just kind of soften it up.
I'm gonna be walking out of here.
I use it when I do yogurt. I get plain Greek yogurt, and I'll throw in some fresh blueberries because I don't want the artificial flavorings and sweeteners, and I use the coconut balsamic to sweeten it.
Okay.
So it's really, really good.
I love those ideas.
Our wild raspberry, this is another white balsamic. These are all 12 years old. The wild raspberry balsamic, a lot of people use to flavor their water. Of course, obviously you can use any of these for salads, the obvious things. I'm just trying to tell you some of the less obvious things, but it's delicious in sparkling water or still water. If we have a party, I always do some kind of a fancy water for the people who don't drink alcohol, because I hate to hand them a bottle of water when everyone else is drinking a margarita or something.
Right.
So we'll take this and we'll put it over ice and throw in fresh raspberries, maybe a sprig of mint, a squeeze of lime, and then it's delicious.
And
But
she
then-
did that for our salad in a jar party, and you feel like you're drinking something special.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of fun. It's
is.
fun.
And
And
it's
it's very
good.
refreshing.
Yes, it is.
And then this table over here, these are our 18-year-old dark balsamics. The difference between the dark balsamics and the white balsamics are about 12 years old. They are cooked over a wood fire, and then they're put in barrels. The dark balsamics, on the other hand, are cooked over a wood fire until they're dark and caramelized. Then they're put in wood barrels, and every 2 years they change it into a smaller barrel because it condenses down in size. So if you go to Italy, you'll see where they make the balsamic vinegars, the descending sizes of barrels. And each smaller barrel has a different type of wood. So it absorbs the flavors from the wood, and that is what makes our balsamic taste different than Publix and Aldi.
I did not know that.
So yeah, so it's that, a lot goes into what makes these dark balsamics so delicious. These are kind of the star of the show, but I have to say personally, I've become a lover of the white balsamics because I love the fact that it doesn't stain your salad. You know, you eat with your eyes first.
Right.
And so you put it on and it doesn't stain your lettuce. And a lot of times when you're cooking, you don't want a dark colored, you don't want to change the color of a sauce or a dressing. So the white balsamics are great for that.
Well, the other thing is you can order this online if you're not from Greenville, South Carolina, or this is a little bit out of your way.
Right.
So they just visit your website?
Just visit our website, www.palmettooliveoilco.com. And we've also added a service, with everything that's going on right now, we're just trying to adapt to what people need. You can order online, and you can, when you get down to the shipping part, you can ask, or you can opt for in-store pickup. And so they won't charge you any shipping. It will be ready. You can pull up, you can either walk in the store to pick up your order, or you can call us from your car and we will bring it out to your car. So there's really,
very convenient service.
We just are trying to keep it as safe as possible for anybody who's worried about it. So.
Well, thank you for sharing all of this information.
And well, I just enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
This is a great way to add a little bit more excitement to your salad, your chicken, your salmon. You can't go wrong. So thank you so much. And you guys have a great day.
I think this goes for celebration.
Yeah, if it's my party, everybody is invited.
And you won't be sorry for making this. No, I can't. Okay, tell me the right words. You won't be sorry for making this.
Yeah, a part of your everyday life or
Or this will
something.
definitely.
And you won't be sorry for trying it and making it a part of your health.